So winget, most people they're used to Chocolatey. Um,
Yep,
Chocolate's
yep,
just another like package manager. I think it's just CHOCO, and there's probably like this help context. So I use Chocolatey to
yep.
install a bunch of my dev tools. The one
Okay.
thing about this is that it's just not. It's an open source. There's obviously always a risk. Some of these packages, there's not a real like verification system.
No, I think there is, Michael.
Is there?
Yeah, I think there is.
What do you have
Yeah, I
to
think
do?
that's the reason why a lot of people use Chocolate. So I know one of the guys, Gary Ewan, who works for Chocolate,
Yeah.
and they kind of vet all the packages that go up there. And the reason why they do that
Hmm.
is if you want to install something like Paint.net on the browser, you go to Paint.net and there's all these weird links and
Yeah.
wrong links to click on, and you can end up
Oh
with
yeah.
viruses and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure they double check and kind of virus check and scan all these packages, and that's the reason what they do. They put that into the kind of like their factory place where they can drop them all in, and that's the reason why I use Chocolate. It saves you going into searching for paint and things like that. WinMerge, for example, yeah, you can click on the wrong link and end up with the wrong thing. WinZip's a good example of that. If you search for WinZip, you can end up with all sorts of links. But
Yes.
if you do Choco install WinZip, you're going to get the right thing, which is why I really like Chocolate.
That's really good to know because what I felt was that you can submit like your packages, and I thought they were almost like instantly available. So
No, no. So it goes into a queue, and then there's a whole raft of people who validate that and check it all.
nice. So it's definitely a lot different than like NPM.
Yeah. Yep.
So one of the ones you were talking about, a couple of examples that you had with like WinZip and so forth. One that I always see that's abused is this one for WinMerge. I
Mm.
don't know if anybody remembers this program, but I've spent quite a bit of time using it before VS Code, so you could compare two files very easily with this
Yep.
tool. And then Visual Studio started getting better and better and better. You can see this program is now 20 years old.
Yeah. So see, if you clicked on that sourceforge.net link, you'll see an example of why you wouldn't want to download it from the web. It's the second link down. You'll see all the dodgy links that kind of log off to link you off to other places rather than actually the download button.
Yep.
So sourceforge, yeah, there used to be loads of like download here and all that kind of option, and yeah, that's why Chocolatey is fantastic for doing that kind of thing. So I always use Chocolatey to install new stuff on a new machine as well. If I wipe my machine, I start installing everything through Chocolatey.
That's awesome. And so yeah, with this it was CHOCO install, and then we can just do WinZip. Actually, I'll just go back. So this should be, I believe, the command. Yep. And so from here, it's like, do you want to use this? And then yes. And then it goes through the license. And
Yeah, brilliant.
oh, it's because I'm not running as an administrator, is why this just errored out. Um, that's kind of a quick look at the chocolatey, but what's kind of
Mhm.
important over here is that you can use this new manager that Microsoft's released and really use whatever you think is best or whatever. What I did was I went ahead and installed this. Now, there are some recommended things that they ask you to do. Obviously, if you want to use winget, over here there is, I believe, the installation instruction. Maybe right here. Let's try this one. Overview, get started. So anyway, inside of this somewhere, there is the installation instructions. Here it goes. And so what I did is I am not on the insider flight ring. You
Mhm.
should be in the insider flight ring. But what I did was I went over to the winget repository. So obviously, if you're not on the insiders, if it breaks, you can't blame anybody. So I know if mine breaks, I can't say anything. I went over here to releases, and under the releases, let's go ahead and let's take this one. And then I selected the package manager, obviously. And then I used the Microsoft.desk app installer app bundle.
Cool.
Yes, once you download this, I believe it automatically comes with this package right here. Let me go back. This right here is the app installer. At some point, I installed this, and I don't know. Maybe if you've got a fresh machine and give it a shot, you can tell me if it downloads this automatically. This is another prerequisite that you kind of needed. But then you just click on, keep clicking through that, let it finish. Then eventually you'll be back over here to a command prompt and you can type in winget. And so here it actually shows, this is what it looks like. So there is a winget command and then options. So winget install, which was kind of the same thing there that Chocolatey was using. There's show, there's source, search, hash, and a couple of other ones. So what is kind of cool is that let's just say I want to search out VS Code or something. You can do the command winget search. I think you can just do this Visual Studio Code. Or maybe I got to put them all together. Maybe it doesn't know how to break them out. No, you can do this because I ran one of these. Okay, so you can see now down at the bottom, it was searching. So yeah, you just need to put your quote so it knows how to parse the command line that you passed in. Winget search Visual Studio Code. And then here it says, okay, here is the package and here is the version numbers. If we go back over just to check, by the way, I never know what version I'm on. So let's go check. I'm pretty sure inside of this, there is like an about box here. So 1.45.1 is the latest version of VS Code. And so instead of going and searching, at the website, you can install it directly from here with passing in the install command.
Cool.
And then another thing that you could do inside of this was that you could also check to see anything that you've already got like created, anything you've already got installed. So I could do the show command. So I'm going to clear the screen here. I'm going to go winget and I'm going to go show. We'll use that same one. Okay. So it just kicked back and it said, okay, so you do have it installed. We should try changing the spelling up just to see if it's able to figure out what we typed in here. So like 1.45.1, there's the description that came from it, the SHA, checksum stuff, download URL, and then, the type that's currently being used. There's quite a bit more when I was looking over here in all of the different commands and stuff that you could do. And it may be linking us back over to the documentation. Well, let's see if we can get over here to this page. Winget CLI. Yep, there was all the installation. Oh yeah, it tells you, and then people can also build this kind of themselves. Source, building, wow, they give a lot of information there. In short, you can opt out of any of the data. It looks like down here at the bottom by selecting basic. Okay, so I was going to mention the docs, and I think that was a couple of screens back here. I may have already put that one into the chat for the documentation. But here is all the commands. So let's go back to the overview. That was the installing process. And then you can do hash, help, install, and then some of the supported installer formats. So if you're building one of these, that's where you can also take advantage of it. Just by building one of these out yourself. And then it does go through that same sort of feedback, from the team before it actually gets published.
Is it possible to create an app and then put it somewhere and get users to use winget to pull it down? Like imagine you're in an enterprise and you want to share a bit of code or something like that.
You can.
Do you know if you can do that?
Yeah,
Can you? That's cool.
You absolutely can. Yeah, I know I haven't tried it or anything, but I did see it mentioned before. And what I saw, I think there was even like an enterprise segment that may be in this one, or it may be in, here we go. Maybe it's in this one. So let's see what this says. So submit packages, ISV. You can use it as a software packages contained in your applications. Here's the three types that it supports. So if you were running this, let's just say you have your internal company, you have like 3 or 4 of your own apps that only your employees should be like watching.
Yeah.
If you have this hosted on your own, I guess, kind of like infrastructure, you could accept your own different types of package manifest and then delete the ones that you don't want.
That's
which
nice.
that would be
Yep.
really, really cool. That should be like a blog post.
Mhm.
And there's
Because when I worked at one of the big banks in Glasgow, they kind of had their own software, and they did this. They downloaded all the software that people wanted, and then scanned them themselves, and then put them in a repository somewhere, and you had to pull them down, and it's quite a lot of work. So that's a lot easier. That's pretty
yes,
cool.
it makes life a ton easier. So I think that's Winget. Does anybody have any questions about Winget? Any?